Scott, it has been a slugfest, but Donald Trump is the sole survivor on the GOP presidential candidate island. So now on to Trump's next big test. Can he rally the Republican Party to get behind him?
I want to be a part of that unifying process so that we're at full strength this fall so that we can win this election. We cannot afford to lose this election to Hillary Clinton.
He's the nominee of the Republican Party, or the presumptive nominee via the voters. I respect that and accept it. But that's not going to change the reservations I have about his campaign.
Got more votes than anybody else, and we respect the voices of the Republican primary voters across the country.
I said I would support the nominee of the party. I am.
This election's too important to go into an election at half strength. That means we need a real unification of our party.
Idaho Congressman Raul Labrador says he will vote for Donald Trump, but in a sort of an unusual twist, he says Trump has not yet earned his endorsement. So what does Trump have to do to get the party to unify around him? Congressman Labrador goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Greta. It's great to be on your show.
Nice to have you. So tell me, what is this dance that Donald Trump is supposed to do on Capitol Hill tomorrow with the Speaker and with leadership in the Republican Party and the House and the Senate? What is he supposed to do or say?
Well, there's two issues here. I think every Republican should be supporting Donald Trump. He earned the nomination. He went out there. He made his case to the American people. He spoke to them about what he wanted to do. And he was able to win more votes than anybody else. 40% of the party approximately voted for him. So I think he has earned the nomination and he has earned our vote. But I think he does need to come to Washington, D.C. and kind of explain some of the things that he has been talking about. How does he feel about the debt? How does he feel about the issues that we're working here in Washington, D.C. On? What are the things that he wants to do? What is his vision for America? And how is he going to work with Congress? Those are important things, and he needs to make sure that members of Congress, especially the conservatives in the House, are behind him so he can get all of us working together so we can defeat Hillary Clinton.
All right. Well, my guess is just going down the list a little bit. When you say, you know, what's he going to do about the debt? If I were Donald Trump, I'd say, well, I'm not going to do what you all did about it because look at the mess we're in. Now, that's sort of the way Donald Trump is likely to be. He's not going to be that diplomatic.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I don't think he needs to be diplomatic. I think he's earned the right to give us what his vision is going to be.
And if he says that, you all are going to say you don't like his rhetoric, that he doesn't use nice words. I mean, that's, you know, it's sort of a peculiar thing. It seems to me that he's got to go there almost like his hat in his hand and sort of, you know, talk pretty and sort of court the Republican vote. And yet the Republicans out there seem to be voting for him.
They did, and I don't think it's about the rhetoric in certain cases. I do think he needs to stop being childish. For example, when Lindsey Graham came out, and I'm not a big fan of Lindsey Graham, but when he came out and said he wasn't going to support him, you know what? Donald Trump destroyed Lindsey Graham in the primary. He just needs to ignore people like Lindsey Graham. He doesn't need to go on his Twitter page and start going after somebody who he already defeated. He needs to concentrate on Hillary Clinton. What are we going to do to unify the party so we can defeat Hillary Clinton? That's really the only important thing to me, is so we can make sure that we have somebody in the White House that's going to pick the right people for the cabinet, that's going to pick the right people for the Supreme Court. Those are the issues that are important.
You know, I agree. I don't like the taking to Twitter and saying nasty things, and I don't like that either. But here's the sort of the reality of it: is all those people were sort of nice. Those are the other 16 who aren't there anymore. You know, whatever he has done, I mean, he's been effective. I mean, he won. I mean, yes. So it must be. So you know, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't like that stuff either. Yet apparently it works.
It worked, but with 40% of the party, Greta. And what he needs to understand is that he needs to get the party behind him, and he needs to go beyond the party and reach out to other disaffected voters that are out there that feel that both parties have left them behind. And I think that's where he has been successful. He's reaching out to new people. And we as a party need to be a little bit introspective. Why is it that a total outsider came out of nowhere and actually won this nomination? I think too many people in Washington are not asking the right questions. Why is it that so many people are behind Donald Trump? And we need to be asking those questions.
Congressman, thank you. Hope you come back soon, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, viewers.